often in life, people find themselves stuck in a particular situation that they want to get out in, and they don't have any idea of how they're going to get out of it.
First of all, they have to realize there is no such thing as stuck. Because nothing stays put, everything moves, this earth is moving, the space that you're in is moving. 5 seconds back where you were, you're no longer in that same space because the whole dynamic has changed. So there's no such thing as stuck energy. If you are experiencing some stuck energy is only here.
I guess it's when people feel that I need this to change. Why is it not changing? I want it to change.
And it will. Once you realize there's no such thing as stuck energy. Even in your body, the blood keeps on flowing and moving in your body. Even if you're sleeping, everything is moving. When you realize there's no such thing as stuck energy or me being stuck in that place and space, then your mindset will change. You will attract a change because you will believe now that there is a change possible. Once you believe that there is something else possible, you will somehow attract it because you will vibrate in that space, and that space will come and vibrate with you. Everything is about realizing. Once you realize it, you can change the entire dynamics of your life. Because like attracts like, law of attraction. You vibrate from here in a particular space and you will attract that. If everybody says money, you have to vibrate in that space. You cannot say I live in lack and say I don't have. You have to be in gratitude and say I have. You will then attract the same vibration. You'll become one with that vibration.
So one way of raising your energy, you said, is being grateful with whatever you have. Just keep looking at what you have and not the have-nots, and appreciate it and acknowledge it and be grateful in that. So slowly your energy comes up. What else can a person do to
elevate their mindset and energy? Repetition, make believe, by keep on repeating and start believing it. I know people will think you're delusional, but that's the way it is. You have to start believing that, no, I have everything. No, if you keep on repeating and repeating and repeating, there'll come a time when you realize, when you start feeling that you have everything that you desire. I want it, that means lack. There is a space between you and the thing that you desire.
Our book says when you want something, just know it's going to happen.
How magical will that be? If you say it and it happens, how magical is that? Because we are miraculous human beings. We are a miracle in itself. Like Dr. Dane here said, we are looking for miracles outside us. What if we are the miracles? And it's not what if. I mean, come on. We nurture and keep a human being for 9 months in us. Isn't that a miracle? If we give birth to another human being who lives his own life, isn't that a miracle? We are miraculous in ourselves. So if that can happen, then what else is possible? Why not? I think it's a game of, and I think it's working with your mindset and with your brain every minute, every second. It's a constant work.
And small things, I guess, a person can do when they want to change the energy. What they can do is start doing small things which make them happy, right? Like we always do. If you're feeling a little down, okay, fine. Do something that makes you feel lighter, happier. Maybe listen to music, go for a walk, read a nice book, go see some comedy show. So many things you can do to actually, whatever resonates with you, to increase your or to enhance your energy levels. And
elevate your vibrations.
Elevate your vibration. To keep on making that effort to continuously raise your vibration. Do things that make you feel, which gets you out of that feeling of a low vibration. And then you said repetition. Keep repeating and saying maybe affirmations, whatever works for you, keep repeating that. Then belief is very important. Like you said, that you've got to believe. I've said it, I've asked for it, it's going to happen. And if whatever you can do to change the things, to work towards it, great.
Even prayers, meditation, all this helps us to elevate. It helps us to wash and clean the pent-up energy that we have. and empty us to welcome new vibrations or new energy or help. Only if we are empty will we be able to elevate up. Now, if your mind is full, can you read a new book? Can you understand? When my mind is full, I can't even read a sentence. I know what on earth is saying. My head is so full that you need to actually open the tap and get rid, pour out everything that's in your mind and brain.
How does one do that? Like you always say, clearance. Clearing statements. Could you elaborate a little more?
I learned clearing statements through Access Consciousness, and there is something called the clearingstatement.com. There are different ways, in my opinion, because I've experimented with clearing statements. I try clearing my head or getting that elephant off my head in different ways. One of them is definitely clearing statement. So whatever is bothering you, you just put it down in a sentence and say, uncreate and destroy. And times a godzillion. Again, in Access, there is a clearing statement that goes good, bad, right, wrong, hot, pock, online shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. You can say that if you've done Access. If not, just say, I uncreate and destroy this.
So is it okay if a person who doesn't understand these words that you use, is it okay for that person to just keep believing and saying,
everything that's making me feel fearful, I uncreate and destroy right now?
That's enough, right?
That's enough. Everything that's coming and disturbing my mind right now, I uncreate and destroy. The fear itself, I uncreate and destroy. Repeatedly. I always say when any negative thought comes into your head, it's out now. It's like the boiling water and the bubbles have come out. So when it comes into your head, it was inside you and now the bubbles out. Yeah. So you can say, oh, I can just uncreate and destroy it now. That bubbles out and it's getting out of my body now. But don't put it back inside.
And how does one put it back inside? By thinking over it again and again and again, right?
And be aware. Like our book is Life as We Know It says it. Press one of the areas of your head and go, okay, this switch is off. I'm not going to be disturbed by this anymore. There's another thing that I do. I say, okay, I don't like this story. I'm not going to watch this movie. Let's change the channel. Or I don't like the story. Please change the story. I want another story for my life. You can do that. You can just change the story.
See, you're talking to your thoughts and you tell yourself that. You're telling your thoughts, I don't like this thought. I want to change the story.
I want this movie off. We're creating a movie in our head. Like, come on, when you read any book, you're all the time creating a movie as you're reading. Right? So you just have to say, I don't like this movie. I don't like this book. I don't like the story. Change the channel, turn the page, change the book, or change the movie. That's one way of doing clearing.
Interesting, isn't it? And it's fun.
It's really fun. Then you realize that what are you doing? You're just creating stuff here.
Then also one more thing I think is very important. Whatever you input, you have that kind of an output. Whatever you're inputting, you're becoming that. Like they always say, if you squeeze a pineapple, pineapple juice is going to come out. If you squeeze an orange, orange juice will come out. Now, out of a pineapple, you cannot expect orange juice. So obviously, if you're watching horror things or fearful movies, if you're exposing yourself to fearful and suspicious situations, obviously you're becoming that energy. You're becoming one with that energy. And then you start responding that way. So you have to deliberately create yourself the way you want to be. And for that, you have to be conscious of what you're putting inside, what are you watching, what are you hearing, what are you saying, or which energy you're placing yourself, your surroundings, the people you interact with, their way of thinking. So you have to live very consciously and make deliberate choices depending upon the life that you want to create for yourself.